Glory to you, Wulfric, wanderer of the world. You have returned home a slayer of champions. Yet more battles and glory awaits across the Sea of Claws and in the mountains of Norsca. Around you, the tribes of Norsca hunger for blood, yet they fight amongst themselves. With such rich offerings beyond your borders, you must rally these hardened souls beneath your banner. To the east, the mountains contain great labyrinths and lairs that are home to formidable beasts. Hunt down these creatures, ensnare them to do your bidding, whilst being ever watchful of the nearby dwarfs. To the south, Kislev, ruled by overconfident Tsars. These lands are rich with wealth. Tear these men of the bear limb from limb, opening a path for your masters to aid you in due course. Beyond Kislev lies the Empire. Its bickering states of power are ripe with treasures. Take from these soft southern lands and establish new ports on their shores from which you can raid further. Wulfric, you are the eternal challenger, and your gods have blessed you with the gift of tongues. Embody their cold, ruthless nature, and set sail aboard Seafang for wrath and ruin.
Good evening, ladies.
The harsh and desolate wastes of Norsca embrace you into...
Yes. Out of the way, old man. Anyway, welcome to Warhammer Total War 2. Where we have...
My challenge?
Undeniable. Where, due to a vote, we have decided to go with Norsca. Now, just for the purposes of clearing up, it was a three-way tie between Norsca, the Beastmen, and the Vampire Coast. And while I would love to play as either the Beastmen or Pirate Vampires, in the case of the Beastmen, I'm deciding to wait till the next DLC is released, because I'm pretty sure they're going to rework how the Beastmen function. And as for the Vampire Coast, well, honestly, I love them, but I decided that I would try something a bit different. Alright. And first things first, we're already starting off at war with at least one of our neighbors. Not entirely sure what they're called, but they don't like us and we don't like them.
Voyaging, the eternal challenger.
And while we're at it, we are going to... Basically, we're going to sort of spend a turn in our capital just recruiting troops, while also boosting our public order a bit. Because as it turns out, our public order's not so great. And we'll also boost the leadership of our Marauder troops because... Well, I'm not sure if people know this, but Marauder's troop at the moment are kind of shitty. It's sad but true. So first things first, Wulfric, we're going to boost his numbers a little bit so he's got at least some slightly better troops than what he's got. Or at least more of them. Then we'll go visit the Longship Graveyard. Take that because it's meant to be part of...
Where's my next?
Because it's meant to be part of the Icetooth Mountains, which is meant to be our bloody domain.
Seafang's ready. To the four corners.
So we'll go down here, we'll take this for ourselves, which should give us a bit of an improvement. And after that, we'll see what we can do once we've taken this place. because the other one, a part of our Ice-Tooth Mountains, is a bit further north. Up here in Doomkeep, who is also an enemy combatant. Now, their actual lord is somewhere up here, so he's probably building an army, and he's going to be marching probably this way, because you can't go through this middle ground, annoyingly.
I am the Wanderer.
Alright.
Yes?
See, we can't do it in foreign territory, so let's...
Challenger.
So we're going to take the Longship Graveyard. We've got the troops for it, and I think, you know what, just because this is the first battle of the campaign, we will do it ourselves, despite the fact that we've got overwhelming advantage. Alright. Welcome to the Battle of Longshore. Now, while we're at it, let's have a look at the army we actually have with us.
Scouts for my armor.
Firstly, we have Wulfric, the Wanderer, who, as a lord, just having him in the army boosts morale and does all sorts of fun stuff. He's also pretty damn tanky and can do some damage to basic troops. But he also has a little bit of magic with him. He can summon Seafang, which is basically his denomic ship. So basically he can summon it and it will swing through and deal damage to units, as well as causing frostbite, which reduces their speed. Pretty good.
Very well.
We've got 3 units of Marauder Hunters with javelins, so these guys are ranged. They are ranged fighters. Who might potentially also be able to do stuff in melee, not really sure. But we'll see what we can do. Mostly their job is to throw stuff and kill shit. We also have some Berserkers, who are... let's see, they're basically anti-image infantry damage dealers who can, when they take damage, go into a frenzy. You can also lose control of them. So there is that. So they'll be up near the back. Just for the record, these are our Berserkers here. They're the guys with the tattoos. We'll try and keep them alive.
So be it.
The basic Marauder. Pretty much these guys here. I don't care if these guys live or die. They're kind of shit, but their job is basically to die. Their job is to die instead of actually good quality troops. Alright, Marauder Ice Wolf Charioteers. So, this chariot that is being pulled by 2 massive wolves. It is a ranged unit that does frostbite damage. We can work with this. It's also a bit of a cavalry unit, so we'll see. So we'll be able to use them to flank. And last but not least, we have Skin Wolves, our monstrous infantry. Yes, they are werewolves. Yes, we will be making use of them. Good God, these guys are awesome. Alright. And there's the enemy army. And they are coming for us. Let's see, most of them are Marauders, they've got some Spearmen. They've got Marauder Hunters, these guys with axes though, rather than javelins.
Kiss, Marauders! Bring us to carnage! Yes!
To be honest, our basic battle plan is they're going to charge right at our Marauders here. We're going to let them charge at these Marauders. Because we don't particularly care if they... As I said, we don't care if they die. Then once the enemy start bashing into them, we're going to send... Pretty much our ranged units are going to go on the flank.
No! Ah! Chaos Marauders! No! Lead us to mortals!
Alright.
Killer of champions! Island fight!
Let's use a little bit of magic, shall we? To just... Oh, we just absolutely goddamn wrecked. We just wrecked those spearmen.
Kill them all!
And the chariot's facing the wrong way.
Wulfric no wonder!
Oh well.
Very well!
Oh well, it's fine.
Get them!
Alright, we'll let the werewolves just rip these marauders apart.
Yes, Lord!
And get the berserkers in on their actual captain unit. Yeah. Worked out pretty well. Though I think we'll... Though I think we might... Yes, I think we might give people the chance to run things down a little bit.
No!
Who's a good werewolf? Who's good werewolves? Admittingly, we don't have to chase them down. They're garrison troops, so they're dead anyway, so... And we are back from our decisive victory. And honestly, it was pretty decisive. I mean, all we lost was a few marauders. And honestly, these guys are meant to die. They're meant to be killed for the sole purpose of preventing better from being slaughtered.
This settlement is yours to do with.
Alright. Now, here's the thing about Norsca. We have the option that we can raise settlements in towards the favor of one of the gods. Which is something we can do. However, we're not going to do that just yet, because this is basically our own territory. We don't want to really do that. Because this is going to be our future, the main bulk of our troops are going to come from, and I'd rather keep them. There we go. Yeah, it is a pretty big... And Wulfric is leveled up. Now, I could level him up to be pretty much a beefy bastard, which isn't a terrible thing. But in this case, we're going to start off with Route Marcher because having a bit more movement range on the campaign map is kind of important. And since we now own things in the province, we can actually look into improving. Alright. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with just some basic marauders. Yes, they're pretty much useless, but having a fairly useless front line is not a terrible thing. And we'll also pick up another unit of berserkers to give a bit more our melee troops a bit more bite. We will stick around into the Longship Graveyard just to replenish troops while we're recruiting, all that fun stuff. And then we're going to move these troops over to west to Ice Drake Ford again. Like, slowly we'll build up our... And because we now have Sea Marauder's tools, our Marauder units should now be a little less shitty. Because, yes, now they have a bit more leadership, so they're going to be a bit less inclined to just break and run at the first sign of trouble.
Challenger.
Which isn't bad. Alright, and while we're at it... Ah yes, Marauder Hunters have... they differ from the Javelins because they have a bit more... they're a bit better at melee. They're a little bit better at melee, but they're also armor piercing. So 2 of them, not a terrible thing. And... let's see. We'll pick up some spears as well. Alright, so leadership's up. We can get some more movement range, which wouldn't be a terrible thing. It really wouldn't. Plus, if we can get to Champions of War, that means that Marauder units, when we get them, are a bit more experienced. And that's a little bit better. But I think we'll go with War Tools next. Just for the purposes of when recruiting Marauders, it makes them a bit cheaper. And that will help us out a little bit. Okay, world events. Let's see, the Nagel Flaglings and Wintertooth have united.
To the four corners!
Alright. Let's roll. See, the annoying thing is, I would like to be able to... I would prefer the Raiders camp here or these, where we're recruiting Marauders. I'd prefer it over in Longship, because smaller settlements can only build things up to level 3, while our capital here can reach all the way to level 5. However, we're kind of... we've encountered a new tribe. Nice. But yes, once we can get Longship leveled up, we can do stuff with it. Okay, what do you do? We're at war with you. You're in a march stance. All right, we'll level up you, because the war it increases income, increases replenishment, which is good. But doesn't really give us anything as far as army is concerned.
My challenge, undeniable.
Let's see. So you're marching. What have you got?
Denied.
Marauders, horses. Okay, so you're
the eternal challenger.
Okay, we're gonna try something.
Okay.
We're gonna try setting an ambush, because he's gonna march in, we're gonna jump him, and then we're going to ruin his day. Let's see what we got with you. Here you come. Yes! They failed to spot it, so we got it. Oh, let's have a look-see. He's basically got Marauders. Marauders and some Marauder horsemen, who are kind of... Well, they're kind of flimsy. Like, granted, we don't really have... Actually, we might be able to catch up. The wolves might. They're pretty quick, but we do have the ranged units to deal with them. But Marauders are, for the most part, shit. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh. Okay, here's the thing about ambushes. Basically, they are marching in a straight line. They don't get to deploy troops. This is literally their deployment. And they're going to be marching a little bit further, where we can potentially jump them. We can just surround and strike. Keep in mind also, they were in march stance when they entered this ambush. So they're relatively tired as well, on top of everything else. So we've got a fair number of advantages here. Alright, so werewolves don't really want to fight the Marauders. They will go after the horses, that's fine.
Tremble, mortals!
Okay. We'll let the wolves charge the horses to smack him in the rear. Basic Marauders here. We'll have them just charge in, smack into this back bit.
Yes! Chaos Marauders!
Ranged units. Basically, they're just gonna open fire and just waste everything. We'll have the charioteer here as well, just for so we can add stuff.
Wulfric the Wanderer!
And Wulfric. We can start your battle up by doing a charge thing into just waste units.
Now is the time to assert our dominance over this pitiful horde.
Actually, apparently we can hide in these trees. Okay.
What do the gods desire?
Change of plan. If we have the whole army hidden and we come out of ambush.
Chaos Marauders! What?
Alright.
Chaos Marauders! Now
You
is
two.
our time!
Cat. No.
Chaos Marauders!
So the whole army is hidden. Alright.
Acknowledge! They will succumb! The Dark God command me! Now is our time!
Well, we started.
Chaos Marauders! Waste no time! Very well! Yes! Eat your souls! So be it!
Alright, the ranged units are currently chewing up one of the horseman units.
Massacre!
Rourke, get in there.
Your will! Get them! Mortal fool! Chaos Marauders! Yes, Lord! Get them! Now! Faster! Our blades hunger!
Oh, wait.
my taunts! Maneuvering!
Alright, I should probably send you to go and
Chaos Marauders!
basically just slaughter.
The gods demand it! Kill them all!
Alright, who's not in battle?
Marauders! Charge!
Ah, the spearmen.
Eat your souls!
Alright, get in there.
This was not meant to be! Our master desert us!
A bloodbath awaits!
Alright. Ah, wolves. Go and play with the horses, will you? Because they really want to be played with.
Our drive is mightier! Chaos Marauders! Do not disgrace us! Scalps for my armor!
Alright, the enemy lord is dead.
Annihilation! Chaos Marauders! Do not... That's what the masters bid! The gods demanded!
Alright, how are the wolves? Wolves, playing with the horses. Horses are having fun. Alright, some of their marauders have managed to recover.
Chaos Marauders!
We'll deal with that soon enough.
Ah! For chaos! No!
Alright, those are all enemy units. Screw
want
them.
their eyes!
Okay, those horses are trying to run, but they're... Well, the wolves caught them.
Chaos Marauders!
They didn't outrun the wolves, and I'm more than happy to just run this thing. Actually, I don't think we need to run it down. Because they were in March, they can't exactly retreat anywhere, so... Ooh, beautiful. Just beautiful. A chieftain dead, his army destroyed. Our army mostly intact. Alright, sacrifice captives for money. Okay, kill captives for leadership, or enslave captains to replenish units. Honestly, I'm inclined to replenish the units right now. And he's gone. Even better, we leveled up. Glorious. So the way to Doomkeep is now pretty close. Okay, Warlord defeated. The leader of the Scowling tribe has been defeated, a once powerful warlord now reduced to obscurity beneath your might. For as you stand tall in victory, he kneels at your side, hands in chains, his followers stood amongst you, yours, brought to a halt in anticipation for your next utterance. His men now see him as weak and unfit to lead any longer. This is a chance for you to take control of this faction's forces and land, as well as its followers' dubious loyalty. Though while the allure of land may appear to make this choice a simple one, do not let the challenges that a larger empire creates escape you. Perhaps simply killing this man and letting whatever is left of his faction fade into memory may be a more fitting end. Let's see, we could release the Warlord, which would increase our standing with the Skylings, which we don't bloody want. Let's see, we could execute him, which would lower our diplomatic thing, and enemy faction leader is killed permanently, or form a confederation with them. You know what? Form it. Saves us having to march all the goddamn way up to Doomkeep.
Despoil and ravage.
And hey, they were already building up another army out here. Alright, so let's have a look-see. Cavalry. What? Oh, it's also now cheaper for us to produce.
To the four corners!
It is a little cheaper for us to actually bloody do some stuff with the Marauders now. Fantastic. Alright, Warriors of Chaos, where do we encounter them? No idea. Anyway, Doomkeep. It gives us the option of getting Horsemen, which honestly I'm not entirely sure about. Because the Horsemen we saw are kind of flimsy. Like, yes, they're a Vanguard unit, but they are flimsy as hell. Maybe they're a little bit better under our leadership, who knows, but what else can we do? See, we've got the sparring fields, which we've already got. We're probably going to have to move this out of the capital at some point. But for now, don't worry about that. At the moment, it might be better, yes, to provide a garrison to provide garrisons. Let's see. Horseman Vanguard, Marauder Horseman throwing axes, shielded with armor piercing. So these guys might be a bit better. Well, actually, that's a given. They, of course, going to be better. Alright. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? We could continue making our actual base army not shit. We could potentially go into moving our campaign range, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. Or we can unlock level 1 of the Monster Hunter thing, which allows us to finally get monsters. Tell you what, we'll start with this, because movement range is kind of important. Then we'll look into other stuff. Alright. What have we got to worry about? Alright, diplomacy, what have we got?
Relations with foreign powers may...
Yeah, don't care. So, currently we're the 29th strongest faction in the world. Not bad.
Slaughter the sheep.
Okay, and we're at war with someone down in this direction. Alright, happy to do that. You're also at war with 1,000 Moors, which are these guys, who we have done a aggression pact and a trade deal with. Not bad at all. Alright. What to do. We apparently get along somewhat well with these. Well, we got along somewhat well with them, but they now think we're now considered a great power, and thus it's slowly deteriorating.
Take what's theirs.
Let's see, how many settlements are you? You've got 3.
What? You know these tribesmen hunger for raiding, not talking.
Let's see. Consider cancelling that is not in your best interest. However, there will be a diplomatic relationship penalty for doing so. Alright, so if we were to break this... Oh, we have to wait for at least 4 turns. Alright, I'm willing to wait for that. I can wait for you. I can wait to be rid of that bastard. Grayling Moot. What's your... Okay,
war unceasing.
You've also got 3 bloody... You also have 3 settlements. You're right there. But let's see, what's our relationship with you? You're deteriorating because you have... because we got treaties with them. These guys. You don't like us for that. Alright, Varg. See, Varg is just deteriorating too. Hang on, let's have a look here. See, move diplomacy for a bit. Let's see. How... The Varg camp and Nurfling Plain. Let's see, hunters... We could probably take this. And we also have the Trollheim Mountains to contend with, but we could definitely deal with that. With the added benefit that if we do... With the added benefit of us doing so would enable us to basically go and park up... Actually, hang on. Oh, these are orcs. But we can make use.
Received.
Actually, how many... Quick check. Let's look at... Yeah, they don't really like us. That's fine. We don't care about for them either.
So?
Nordland. We're stronger than them. They've only got 2 settlements. One of which is coastal.
All right.
I do believe we might actually, it might be in our interest to... Might be in our interest to sail down here and see if we can pick off the guy we're actually at war with.
Wandering.
But...
An unstoppable force. On the move.
Hang on.
More headway. Good.
Hang on, we'll...
Masters, yes.
And see if we can we get you back to land?
Heading out. The eternal challenger.
Yeah, you're back on land. Good. Good, good, good. So, you're not going to take attrition. Right. Let's see.
Overrun the world.
See, what notification's this? Ah, Lord not moved. I'm guessing this guy.
Chieftain of the tribe.
Let's see, you're rank 1. Your marauders are shit.
Tribesmen, gather!
However... let's see, let's boot these... We'll boot the crappy horsemen.
Norsemen, come!
Boot some crappy horsemen. Replace them with... let's see. Do... Alright, well, yes, we'll pick up some hunters, because I'm thinking we'll pick them up, you'll recruit them, and we'll actually have you go and sack... We'll go and sack... Actually, no, we'll take the plane. We'll take this one, because marble we can trade. And we do have a trade partner, which will boost our income. But we might burn down Sel's encampment. Because money would be good. Let's see, Wintertooth has declared war against dwarf factions, Nordland has declared war against orcs. And Hellspire tribe has declared...
Enslave the Southerners!
Let's see... How many... Plus a lord. A lord would definitely help even the odds. Alright, war. War it is.
Move on then! To the slaughter! To their graves!
Alright, I think we will encircle
Lay
them
to
for
waste.
now.
Annihilation!
Actually no, we'll
All will perish! Decamping.
yeah, break the siege. We can't... Annoyingly, we don't quite have enough for that.
Overrun the world!
Alright, we probably need to weaken an army somewhere. A little bit.
Let's fight.
See, the skin walls are expensive, but effective at what they do.
Yes?
Alright, there's the Nordland army. See, their allies. Midland. Well, Midland's not joining, so...
Advancing.
Oh,
Agreed.
son of a bitch.
Speak.
So instead of just charging straight for goddamn Midland, you bloody... Damn it, Wulfric, you idiot. Alright, we're kind of almost broke. So we're gonna have to be doing some raiding and taking some shit. Which is fine. I'm happy to do that. Alright. Population's disappearing at Longship Graveyard. Annoying, but okay.
My challenge? Undeniable.
Get sailing, you prick.
Offerings of death. I will not. Embarking. Yes.
Need you to land. And land quickly.
Bring death. Tremble, weaklings.
Alright, we're gonna have to go for it. A lord carrying the day. Alright. We are starting our battle. Here's the battle plan. We have some melee units. And the idea is we're going to move them forward to basically hold the line, including our lord, who honestly does have a fair bit of power behind him, even if he's a low-level one. We're going to then have our actual ranged units, the Marauder Hunters. They're going to go around the flank and they're just going to rip through their armor and kill them.
Shields up!
That's our plan, that's what we're gonna do. Because yes, they also have hunters, but they only have 1 unit of them. We've got 3. And that's a fair bit of firepower.
Yes, Lord! Get them!
Alright, hunters move to the flank. Specifically this flank, because that's where their actual captain is. If he breaks and immediately their captain unit is, the Marauder Champions, the most armored one they've got, they die.
Slaughter all of them!
They die, the rest will probably break and run.
Marauders! That's what the masters bid! So be it! Chaos Marauders! Charge them! End them!
Okay, you go take care of their great weapons.
Yes! Very well! Bring us to carnage!
Alright, move to the flank and just start firing in.
Eat your souls!
Everything must die! No!
Because immediately we're moving to the side, so we're a bit less inclined to hit our own troops.
For the gods! Chaos Marauders!
Alright, our Marauders are getting stuck
Eat
in.
your souls!
Born to fight.
Slay
Orders
the
taken.
unbelievers!
Yes!
For corn! Slay the unbelievers!
Alright, their Marauder Champion's almost gone.
This was not meant to be!
Okay, he's fleeing, thus they're fleeing.
No! The gods watch!
Yes, Lord!
Alright, deal with them. Deal with them.
Chaos Marauders! We want their eyes!
Alright, the Marauders
What
are...
the masters bid!
Our base Marauders are gone. That's fine. Oh, they're rallying.
Go demand! Start for the skull throne! Faster!
Good.
Prepare to ruin.
Chaos Marauders!
They've broken. And because this is a garrison, we don't have to kill more of them.
Time!
Victory is ours. It's a costly one, but victory's ours. And we're back. We're from the spoils of war. We got some gold. We picked up the terrifying Mask of E. Never look upon the terrifying mask of E, you don't know what you might see. Attribute causes fear, causes terror. Which, for this guy, not a bad thing. Now as for what we're going to do with this area, we're going to ransack it. We're going to sack the damn thing, which is going to replenish our units and give us some cash. And also screw with stability. Oh, he gained Mammoth Tamer for doing that. Let's see, enemy leadership goes down, recruitment cost for Mammoth units is down. Recruitment rank for Mammoth units is up. Oh, another follower. Kargan Slave Merchant. I am the strongest, I am the one, and my wares are the finest you'll see around these parts, I'll wager. So income from sacking settlements and income from post-battle loot goes up. Wonderful. Granted, the amount of money we just got from it. Yeah. Alright, let's have a look-see. Now what are we gonna do with you? Let's see, we can... So... Okay, I think... so you can pick up... So just normal lords. You pick up certain things. Like if I select the blessing of something, I have to turn down the blessing of the other gods. Okay, and I can of course, just as a natural thing, boost my leadership range. Which isn't terrible. Let's see, So we can go with the Indulger in the exotic, so the Serpent's Temptation. So hit points go up, leadership goes up. Let's see, Noxious Vessel, which is melee resistance is up, Putrefying Ooze, so your armor, so basically Nurgle. Spirit Wanderer is speed and melee defense. You also learn Fireball, so that's probably Zinch, and Seduction of the Serpent makes you immune to psychology. And of course we got Khorne. Alright. Interesting. I think I'll start with just Route Marcher, because we've said it before, and I'll say it again, Route Marcher is not a bad thing to have. Okay, we could upgrade the garrison of Doom's Keep. That is actually something we can do. Let's see, Longship Graveyard, what can we do here? See, income generated from furs. So income from raiding goes up. Generated income from sacking settlements as things go up. We can also increases our research thing and growth rate. Ooh, both of these are pretty good, actually. Tell you what, we'll go with the first stash, because boosting our general income would help get us out of the red.
The eternal challenge.
Because yes, while raiding and all that is fun, I would rather...
Despoil and ravage.
Alright, we'll fall back to the
Tribesmen, gather.
We'll fall back to the settlement for now, just give us something to work with. Sadly, we can't really boost the garrison just yet, because we can afford it, but we would go bankrupt if we did.
A step too far.
Alright, population surplus, good. Actually, can we? I guess we can't really do the whole... we can't really do the whole... What's the term? Ah, yes, the whole... Since we've united the thing, we can't really call upon a thing. Which isn't particularly great, but nothing we can really do about that. Alright, we're gonna just quickly, we'll end the turn, we'll see what's happening next turn. And then we might end this episode there. Alright. So Northland has taken off Outwrecker's Point, which isn't particularly great. Because their big army's still there, but one of their forces is moving back. Let's see, up here we've got very little has changed. Let's see. Could start working on gaining some favor with someone. Let's see. See if we go. I'm kind of curious as to which way we should go, because if we go for the Eagle, just level 1. Our research rate goes up 20%. Level 2, Winds of Magic starts higher for all armies, with research rate still up. And level 3, a Mighty Lord of Change will be unlocked to fight for your faction, as alongside the other benefits. The Crow, which is Nurgle, casualty replenishment rate goes up 20% for all armies. Level 2, Wound Time Recovery goes down by 4. And level 3, a devastating plague will be unleashed across the world, your faction being immune, along with the other benefits. Okay, Serpent's Gaze. Upkeep for armies 10%, all across the board. Lord recruitment, when you recruit a Lord, they get +5 levels automatically, and a Specialist Chaos Sorcerer, Kalhar the Tormentor, will be recruited to fight for your faction, for Slaanesh. And of course, with the Hound, weapon strength goes up, unit experience gain per turn goes up for all armies, and you unlock a unique and extremely powerful Hell Cannon unit. The Iceforge Legion will be available from the Regiments of Renown, plus everything else. Oh yes, we also now have a corral, so we can now build hopefully non-shitty horsemen. But what can you do?
Overrun the world.
But anyway, we've talked about this a bit too much. We shall end this episode here. I'm happy to take it for people to give some feedback and advice on what I should do next. Until then, my name is BroHops. See you next time.